2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
For the land of the free.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the New York Knicks here in New York. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up, he was never a big leaper or a dunker. Truth be told, he said, I wasn't even considered a top guard in my recruiting class, but I worked relentlessly and played with a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to be considered among the great players. I wanted to belong. Kevin, he certainly belongs with the Hawks right now.
Thanks, D.A. And tonight, a look at perhaps the future of the league, but it takes time, as you know, Steve, to build that.
You're right, Kevin. You got to start somewhere. A lot of these players still with their whole careers ahead of them. A lot of time to grow, but I love what I'm seeing.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. R.J. Barrett is out there with Kemba Walker, and it's Fournier in at the small forward. Now, here is Young. Pass to Capella. Collins with it. Young drives in, shoots over Walker. A nice shot by Young.
Trae Young's a crafty operator from mid-range, really from any range.
Walker the pass to Randall. Hunter grabs the miss. Young left side. A three-pointer off the mark. And Walker's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Young passes to Capella. To the inside. Collins. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Never one to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
Barrett finds Randall. Yes, that goes in.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now, here's Hunter. Fournier pulls it down. Down low. It's intercepted. A nice shot by Young. Young's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, out in the open floor, Trae Young does an excellent job of assisting or finishing.
Walker the pass to Barrett. Walker against Young. Walker's shot is off.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Collins passes to Hunter. Back to Collins. A shot, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Barrett kicks to Walker, and there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Fournier. Randall outside. Passes it to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Young. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 4. Randall surveying the D. Over Collins. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
That's the maturity of Randall's game now. Not trying to force things, just pops it in and moves on to the next play.
Now, here's Hunter. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Herter. Barrett covering. Collins, good.
Known for his play in and around the post. Collins can also get it done shooting jumpers off the catch.
Walker finds Barrett. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1:53 left to play here in the first. Young, no good. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Shot's good by Walker.
Improving size does not matter. Walker comfortable slamming it up inside.
Capella, high post. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. So for the Knicks, Burks comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Rose in for Walker. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for the Hawks. Knicks on defense. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
And the pass to Barrett. And here's Burks. Rose passes to Randall. Collins comes over with the double team. Barrett for 3. Rebounded by Capella.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bogdanovic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good, Bogdanovic. He hits both from the stripe. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Rose. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is why Derrick Rose is considered one of the best at his position. He is not afraid of going down low.
Collins looking around. Young from outside. They grab their own miss. New York trailing. Now here's Rose. The dish to Randall. Back to Rose. From the arc. No good. Shot missing. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. And I feel like you can learn more from a loss than you can from a win. And my teammates have been great. The whole organization has been great. We just, you know, whatever happens, we've kind of been sticking together and going through it all together, so that's been good.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
We've got Derrick Rose. Julius Randle is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Barrett and it's Gibson in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. To Gallinari. Here's Reddish. And a miss there on the triple. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And the shot goes down.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
Williams against Rose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Lou Williams.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness, you know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James, I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Left side Rose. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Rose has got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks. Bogdanovich passes to Hunter. Here's Randall. 10 points for him. Outside Rose. Reddish grabs the rebound. The Hawks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Lets it fly. The Hawks again can't hit.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Rose against Gallinari. Rose attacking. Second shot opportunity. Gibson finds Rose. It's good. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Williams. The tray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Hawks. And it's Rose with the ball for the Knicks. There's 1:38 left in the second quarter. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Passes it to Gallinari. It's Williams with the drive. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Rose passes to Gibson, and that one drops for him. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. Hands it from downtown. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Rose. Rebound by the Hawks.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Reddish the pass to Bogdanovich. Dishes it to Williams. Great D that time from Gibson. For New York, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Fournier for 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Gallinari throws it down.
He's showing his all-around game. Gallinari doesn't get to the rim that much, but has the size to do damage once he's there.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Both teams deciding to change it up. Young against Rose. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Atlanta. They lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much. Lou, in the first half, your offense was clicking. What was the difference getting off to a hot start?
I think we play with a lot of energy. The ball swinging around. They're using a lot of help side defense. We're just taking advantage of it.
And really breaking them down. Thanks, Lou. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Lou Williams has been having a big night. He had 12 points, and the first few years of Trae Young's career have been fantastic. Hawks fans love the guy. Shaq, is he a star that you can build around?
I say you have to be a special talent to be a franchise player at guard. With that said, he's very, very special. A little bit of Allen Iverson, a little bit of Steph Curry.
Yes, I would agree. We knew he would be able to score, but his playmaking is what probably surprised me a little bit more. He's got a long road ahead, but he's on the right path.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Lou Williams.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center position. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, "I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up." Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
First one falls for him.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
And so Collins nails both of them. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And finished off by Collins.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Walker finds Fournier. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. The lead is 2. Lets the 3 fly. Good on the triple. Young's got 9.
You knew this was coming. Trae Young hitting back with the 3 ball. Give me back that momentum.
Collins comes over with the double team. Barrett kicks to Fournier. And again, New York with the triple.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Here's Herter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Young's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
With sheer power on full display, Julius Randle can get hit and still finish plays.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
A nice shot by Young.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Barrett the pass to Walker. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Here's Young in Atlanta again with the bucket.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Randle dishes to Robinson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
What a beautiful look. Randle continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
Here's Young. Robinson with the block. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Walker surveying the floor. Back to Barrett. Unloads. It's not going to go for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Walker goes in. And another shot. Now the pass to Fournier. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Young. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Toppin, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Burks in for Fournier. And then for Atlanta, Gallinari, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Bogdanovich comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Tony Snell subbed in for Kevin Huerter.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Walker. Takes it off the glass. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Snell. Now Bogdanovich. From deep. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Toppin kicks to Walker. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Here's Snell. Misses the chippy right there.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And he makes the first. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. The Knicks have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Walker against Young. Quickly. Oh, that's blocked. Walker against Young. Here's the floater. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
They set Tony Snell up perfectly. He gets planted, and his mechanics do the rest.
Gets it off. Off target with that shot. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Mitchell Robinson out there with Toppin. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Alec Burks. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Collins. Young outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Rose. Shots good from Young. And the Hawks lead by 4.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
And the basket by Rose.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here is Young. Bobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Terrific move by Collins. An emerging big man who's still reaching his potential.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free. And to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game, people were really, generally happy for Derrick Rose.
And both free throws good for Rose.
Explosiveness by Derrick Rose is one of the reasons why a lot of guys do not want to guard him.
Young is double. Outside Collins. From outside, off the mark. New York's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And Young comes over to help. Rose against Young. From outside the arc. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Gallinari inside the three-point line, and the wing jumper offline. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Knicks. A 2-point game. Burks' shot is good.
Terrific body control from Burks, reading angles and creating space.
And Young, here we go. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Young's got 20 points.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
Rose, that's good.
The last thing you want to see from the defense is Derrick Rose starting to find a rhythm with his shot.
Snell, the pass to Collins. Young taking his time here. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Burks for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Burks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Collins, that one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
New York calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Gallinari. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Tony Snell. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Easy to see why they get it to Young here. Not afraid to take the big shots.
Pass to Barrett. Back to Rose. Fournier in the corner. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a 3 with one of their own.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Here's Capella. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson. Shoots. And again, it's New York.
Dating back to his days at Kentucky, Randall can be counted on for big buckets.
Lobbed up there for Collins. And it's Capella missing. New York's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Barrett kicks to Rose. He dishes it to Randall. Collins comes over with the double team. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, there's a lot of natural power to Randall's game. He's a handful in there.
He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead.
Still looking for improvement from the line. Randall could pick up a couple extra points a game if he did.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Rose against Young. Passes to Huerter. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Knicks have gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th. Going 6 for 7. Rose finds Randall. 1:14 left in the 4th quarter. And that one is off. So the Hawks will take it the other way. To halt the run. Huerter, no good. New York's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. The pass to Randall. Young with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Bogdanovich. It's blocked.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
Buries it from outside.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there time and time again.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Young from outside. Fournier pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Fournier. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. Pass to Randall. New York needs to get off a shot. And here's Walker outside. So it's New York picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives them. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.